What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Everything Paranormal Show with your host, Josh Morris and Stacy Talich. Welcome, everybody. And tonight we've got a very special show because we're going to be contacting the dead. Hopefully, that's the goal. But also at the same time, we're going to be doing somewhat of a first run and review of the Dimension Portal by Southern Afterlife. Our good buddy Josh at Southern Afterlife, he has been building his own tech. And of course, we had a custom made, dimension portal made right back here. You can see it's white. Now, the default is black. I'm just going to warn you that the normal color is black. This was a custom job. I don't know if he can do that for everybody, so don't get your hopes up if you like the white. I don't know. Again, you may have to contact and ask him, but that was definitely something because we are good friends with Josh. He was able to do that. Also, as a bonus, we're going to be also using Josh's REM pod. Okay, you can see here, this is one of his REM pods. Now he has another fancier one. He's got some really cool stuff, and I don't want to get into too much of his prototype stuff, but he's got some really cool stuff on the way. SouthernAfterlife.com. If you want to get some of this, and his tech works really well, by the way. Now, that's just from my experience because I had a chance to experience a little bit of the Dimension Portal in episode 3 of Pair Explorers, which is going to be coming out soon, guys. I know it's been a little bit of a delay. You know me. When it comes to Pair Explorers, it's always a delay. Jeremy IQ says, can you make pink? Again, I didn't create this, but this is Southern Afterlife's. Again, southernafterlife.com, or there's a link right to this portal in the comments down below, either now or after the show. But I did put the link in there. So awesome. Yeah, Terry Lynn, she wanted the white. This was really her request, and this is really her baby. I'm still using the Angel Box by Philip Page. From Saving Ghosts. I'm still using that in the field. It's a good box as well. This is going to have a few more features and add-ons, which we're going to discuss here in a little bit. So before I go any further, Stacy, with that cough in mind, how the hell are you?
Doing good. You know, the air is drying out. It's not so humid and swamp ass around here anymore. Next week, it's going to get real cold. We're going to be in the 60s. So,
right. Yeah, we're 54 right now with the sun down, but we've been in that low 60s. It's been gorgeous in that sense. I love when it's like just warm enough. You don't have to quite have a jacket, but it's just cool enough where you think about a jacket. You're like, I don't know if I should put this on. I've been kind of rocking the vest a lot more lately.
Yeah, it's perfect for catching the flu, the cold, all that sort of stuff. It just all of a sudden you don't know what you're supposed to wear anymore.
Yeah, I know. I think our son is he's been a little under the weather here lately. So, but I know you guys are excited. You want to get into contacting the dead. I got to make one more quick announcement, and that is, folks, if you are looking for, was it last week's show? If you're looking for last week's live show, you'll have to go on Facebook. If you go to Facebook, the Everything Paranormal Show, make sure you go there, and that's where you can catch last week's show, because YouTube, I'm going to keep my language nice. The people at YouTube decided to take down the live show due to medical misinformation. So, which we did a whole show on like Life Beyond, and we brought evidence, facts, and there was a small part where we talked about the jab, but it wasn't even Kuth related, if you guys are following me. Mm-hmm. And I believe that was the section that and we even talked really factual type stuff. It was just how this stuff was created, and it wasn't even like we weren't taking jabs at anybody, no pun intended. But again, they took it down for medical misinformation. So, guys, if you're looking for last week's show, you can still find it on Facebook. Just go look up the Everything Paranormal Show. There's a group, there's a page, and you should be able to find last week. It's a really good show. We really got into life beyond and really doing a lot of things to help prove that there is life beyond. Okay, So without further ado, let's get into this bad boy. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a spirit box session with the Dimension Portal from Southern Afterlife. And we are going to, first of all, we're going to have that REM pod. So for those of you that are not familiar with REM pods, I'm sure you've seen them. A lot of times they're the red cylinder ones that a lot of them have on the TV shows. Of course, there's other versions, and this is another version. It's like a self-train. It's like a proximity alert, basically, right? So everything's good. You can kind of get close to it, but you really got to get up and almost touch it sometimes to trigger it. Okay, so the nice thing is like I said, I can kind of move around. It's back here, so I'm not going to trigger it. We're not going to set it off. But if a spirit wants to come up here, why does Josh teach classes? Well, I don't teach classes on Udemy under the name Stacy. Stacy's the guy right here,
Yeah,
right next to me on the screen. So there is two of us. I don't know why that's I don't know why you would think that, but sorry to hear that if you thought that. But I don't get any money, for that. If I did, if I was teaching something, I'd want some money. Stacy's got all that. So if you want,
yeah, I got like 15 courses on Udemy.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, I'm getting distracted. Scott, I try to incorporate chat, guys. You know me. So yeah, we're gonna have the REM pod back there. So if a spirit wants to go up and touch that pod, touch that device while we're doing this, they can do that. Tanya Williams says, I would like to connect to my dad if possible. Hey, I'll try. We'll try anything, right? But we're going to do the spirit box session here. We may get into some dowsing rods, maybe at some point today, but for sure, we want to check this out. Now, we're going to turn this on. We're going to get the spirit box going. Okay. So the nice thing about this is normally the great thing about spirit boxes like this is they serve really two awesome purposes. One is a noise gate. So normally on a spirit box, you would hear this. You guys heard that, right? But I can actually cut down the level. So now if we come across something and we hear that spike, then we'll hear a voice. So it really just cuts out that it's a noise gate. The other function it serves is a reverb. So it's going to add a little bit of reverb, and sometimes that helps when you hear a voice come through. That reverb helps to linger that a little longer. That way you can kind of sometimes make it out better. So we've got that. Now, one really cool thing, you guys might not be able to tell. You might not be able to tell, but there is a temperature. Okay, so he has a 3-digit temperature. This is not like on some other spirit boxes. So what's cool is it says it's 73 degrees in here. And what's nice about that is if you're on location, it's going to give you that ambient temperature. So Crystal Shell 143 said, I actually saw that CreepyCon. I really thought it was cool, and I still think that it's cool. Awesome. Yeah, just in time for Halloween. So yeah, Josh was at CreepyCon as well. He did a panel with me. Was really fun. So I'm glad to have that. But yes, the temperature gauge, what's really nice about that as a paranormal investigator, as a ghost hunter, is you can see big drops in temperature. So if you're sitting there now, sometimes it'll fluctuate a degree or two, but sometimes we get spirits that come in, and you start getting that +3, +4 drop in temperature. Yeah, there's something going on usually at that point. So it's nice to have that. That's a really awesome feature that Josh incorporated on here. And one other nice feature, of course, he's got real crystals up here. He's got gorgeous copper wiring. Maybe when we get done, I'll try to bring it up so you guys can see it a little closer. Right now, I just don't want to move everything because I've got the spirit box plugged in. We got the SB7 going. You can use any spirit box you want. If you've got the S box, SB11, SB7, which right now we've got the SB7 going. We had an SB11, but somehow my dumbass lost it. So, but one more awesome feature is an EMF pump. So you can see here we got a K2 meter or an EMF meter, and you can see right here it's just got the one thing. But see, as soon as we turn up that EMF meter, now we're pegging, right? So this thing is putting out EMF that spirits can utilize that energy also as well. Now we're not going to use the EMF pump just now. I don't really use it a whole lot, but I wanted to show you guys that it actually works. You can test it with the meter right there. You can see that thing light up. So it's not just a gimmick. It's not an on and off switch. He actually put an EMF pump in there. So it can be tested. That's what's awesome. All right. Well, let's see if we can't find anything. I've been letting it scan, but we haven't been asking any questions. Yeah, that is cool. That is very cool. I love it. Josh does great work. Oh, let me show off some more stuff for you real quick. We got it scanned, and don't worry. If there's any spirits that want to talk, they will. All right. Look at this case.
Dimension
portal. Look at this nice hard shell case. He even put TEPs on there. Of course, the Everything Paranormal Show, right, guys? And let me just show this off a little bit too. He's got some stickers. He's got just a great presentation in here, guys. I mean, seriously, it's got a scan code in there that, for more stuff. Sticker, a little hidden photo in there, but just great details. I just can't stress enough. Terrylin's like, be careful with my baby, but it's all etched out. The wires down there, just such a great presentation quality. So if you're looking at the website and you're looking at the price and you're just like, I don't know, let me just tell you, the hard shell case, the custom design, the artistry, the care, the quality that he puts into it, it's worth it. It really is. He puts such good care into his product. So, yeah. See, I think they said something. Can you guys hear that when it came through?
Uh-huh.
All right. I'm just trying to make sure my mic.
I can't really understand what it said, but we heard something.
Yeah, I'm trying to have it turned up enough. Like I said, sometimes you got to just find that noise level where sometimes you can just maybe have a little bit of the real low. Okay. If there's any positive spirits that want to come forward, I would like you to come forward and talk into this device. Can you maybe tell us a name? Heard something. It's okay. Don't be afraid. Come through, try to talk to us. Now, Jeremy says, can you all summon my dead grandpa from the beyond? He was a 32-degree Freemason. All I can say, Jeremy, is that in all honesty, I don't operate in the sense of like, I just try for you. Sorry, there was something. So if certain spirits want to come through, that's up to them. I'm not the kind of person that tries to like pretend that there's a celebrity or whatever. It's just, if the spirits want to come through and talk, that's great. If your grandfather wants to show up, that's great. I can try to ask for him by name to see if he'll come through. Maybe he will. But that's the thing about any of this type of communication. It's always going to be a little subjective, and I don't want people to have that false hope. So I just wanted to let you know. I just wanted to preface it that for you. Again, I know there's some other people out there that will try to take advantage of people and stuff like that. I do this for free. People can donate if they want, but I do this for free to just communicate and all
Yeah.
that.
Well, spirits
Okay.
have their own free will. I mean, the whole idea of a free spirit is a thing. They You can call them all you want, but they don't necessarily have to answer. It is really up to them. Um, for whatever reason, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
We're gonna try the AM frequency for a little bit. So his name was Dranon, just like they did when they were alive. They still have their free will.
Yeah.
All right. So Jeremy's grandfather, Dranon, if you are out there, could you come forward and can speak to us? We would definitely like to hear from you. All right, we're gonna switch back over to FM. Okay. All right. So again, if you'd like to talk, please come forward, communicate with us. We'd love to hear from you. I think. Okay. So, Dranon, if you're out there, please come through. We definitely want to hear from you. And also, Tanya Williams, her father, if the father of Tanya Williams is out there, if you could come forward and feel free to talk as well. We'd like to hear from either one of you. Sorry, I just realized I've got my chair covering up. Now you can also walk over to this device. If you'd like to come near it like that, you can set off that device. All right. Let's turn on the EMF pump. Let's just see. Besides subjecting myself to high EMF, so now I'm gonna have like hallucinations and stuff. Maybe boost the reverb. Yeah, the reverb's good. We whenever something comes through, it's got good reverb. But we're right at the edge of the noise gate. It's just we're not getting a whole lot right now. We're getting a little bit. Now we can also all right, we're gonna try. We'll switch over to the S box. The Xbox has reverse.
Hey, Jeremy, to do your remote viewing Christmas program, for me to do it, would be too cost prohibitive. because I use a team, and they all get to get paid too. Your best bet is to actually learn it and do it yourself. Your general safe zone is going to be like where Josh lives in Tennessee or in the Rocky Mountains in Colorado. It's Appalachia and Rocky Mountains. Those are general safe zones that have been remote viewed over and over again, not only by me, but by remote viewers all over the world. So much so that that's where the president and Congress actually have safe zones. Ravens Rock and something like that. So they're in the Appalachia. So on that front, if you really want a safe zone, you can use the default position or learn it yourself, because that's actually the best bet.
So sometimes it's trying to find the right balance between the volume outputting from the spirit box and the noise gate. So you want to try to find that sweet spot to where you really only pick up the words and not so much the sweep. Okay, so let's try this again. We're scanning through. Okay, first, if you're a spirit, if you'd like to come through and talk with us, please come through. Let us know. Can you tell us your name? Can you give us a name? If that was you, can you say that again? All right. How about can you touch this device back here? Can you set that off? Just walk up and touch this device. See, watch. See that? Can you go make it do that? Okay. So Crystal Shell wants to know, did you say Brandon? Yeah, something was said there.
Let's
really do what?
Let's go, Brandon. Yeah, Jeremy, start with the basics course and then go from there, because it's a step-by-step process. Paint by numbers. Your safe zone is going to need to have everything you need, really, when the grid is down. That sort of thing. So you go into the
Are you a female?
You need to look for that sort of thing.
Are you a female? I heard a female come. Are you a male then? Let's go. They said let's go. Okay. Is there something we can do for you? Is there somebody you want to talk to? Now, if you hear something, if you try to help me translate.
It's actually kind of hard to hear that way far away from the mic.
Try to see what I can do.
I mean, you can hear sound, you just can't make think of it.
Okay. Really? Well, hello. How are you? Can you talk with us? Is there somebody you want to talk to? I heard a yes.
Mm.
And I heard a yes in there as well. And it was kind of a lower one. But like, we got a certain part of the frequency when you guys, there's a part of the frequency that's putting out really loud noise. Now, how did you die? I don't know, but that was something. Whatever that got.
Yeah, that was
over a couple frequencies, and it was very clear. Now, is there? Are you related to anybody in that's here with us, like Jeremy or Tanya Williams or Terry Lynn or Chris Michelle, Stacy? What do you want to tell us? Did you want to touch? What's your name? I heard the male say got shot. Did you get shot? Anger? Did you get shot by another man? Did he shoot and leave you? You like talking with us? What do you think of this device? You like it? How long? When did you pass away? Were you left for dead? Excuse me. Were you shot and left for dead? Are you still there? Is this a female now? There was a female. Yeah? Because there was a female trying to talk to us earlier. Do you want to tell us something? Okay. What we're going to do, we're going to take a break and we'll come back. Maybe we'll do another session. Maybe we'll try to go to the Dowsing Rods for a little bit. But if you communicated, thank you very much. We'll have to go back and translate them later. So, thank you. Okay. I went ahead and just stop that for now because, again, spirits sometimes just, who knows, they may have been saying a lot. Now, for me, I'm really bad about ITC, like spirit box sessions, like on the spot. Like sometimes I'll hear it, like when Crystal Shell said left for dead, I did hear left, something like he left me or something. So I don't know, maybe between her and what I heard, maybe it was he left me for dead. Could have been. But I thought I heard he left me and she heard left for dead. So it's just things like that that sometimes you can go back, and I have a better time when I can listen to the headphones. I can kind of replay it. I can isolate it. I can, you know what I mean? I can slow it down if I need to. It's just a little easier for me to translate those things. But it was pretty cool. It sounded like we definitely was having some activity throughout there. So I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, now, real quick, I'm going to unplug this, and I'm going to gently, honey, I'm just going to show you guys up close. You can see the detail work that Josh did. The jumpers are wrapped in copper. And what's really cool is that it's not just so much that the jumpers are wrapped in copper. They actually go inside of the I don't know if you guys can see it, but they actually go inside the connection. So it's not like he's just wrapping it for just looks. He really does have this wired through, so a lot of the signals will travel through the copper really well. Again, these are real crystals in here. Very nice design. Again, EMF pump, very clean. Just such a nice, sturdy design. It's got just one battery back there, which is also really nice. Some other designs have multiple batteries, whereas this one just has one battery, which is really nice, and it's powering all of these things. So again, really good job. You can see there's the knobs on the back, the adjustments, nice chrome type finish back there. Again, just a gorgeous looking box in my opinion. All right, you drop that, you'll be talking to me through it. Yeah, she's not kidding, folks. But yes, that's the one. She saw that at CreepyCon, yes, because Josh was there. And yes, he does the black ones. This one's a custom white. This is not normal. This was kind of unique to us. So again, I don't know if he's willing to do that or not, but he might. All right. So we never got anything on the REM pod, but that's okay. We may turn that back on in a second. So let's see. Now we'll try to do some dowsing rods. And I did leave. I forgot, Stacy, that I was gonna try to do that, so people could see better. Sorry, guys. You just have to live with seeing me and Stacy now. So, I'll probably do this for the dowsing rod session now. I guess we'll try to see what I can do for this. All right, so we back up here. I got my Friday the 13th shirt on. Even wore a little bit of turquoise and stuff to connect deeper with Josh's Native American roots and his build here. All right. And you guys can hear me okay, right? All right.
Hang on, before you start, Jeremy, the safe zone thing, I don't have a date. Nobody really does on when you need to be at your safe zone. Your best bet is to get there as soon as you can, because the quicker you get acclimated to your actual new environment, the better off you're going to be. So you know what you're dealing with. You're not surprised. You can make adjustments when, necessary, when the grid is still up, because when the grid goes down, you're not going to be able to adjust as quickly or easily. So getting there, don't wait to the last minute. If you can get there quick.
Now, Tanya, I know Tanya Williams wanted to try to reach her dad. I don't know if he'll come through on the rods or not, but Tanya, if you're still watching, if you want to give us his name, maybe we can try to reach out to him, see what he says. Now, keep in mind, folks, that no matter what, keep in mind that just because the rods may answer or say they're your relative, again, just take it with a grain of salt, folks. It's just keep that in mind. It could be. So, or it may not be. So just all I'm going to do is hold the rods, and I'll let whatever questions we'll just go from there. And whatever the rods do is whatever the rods does, whether it's right or wrong. Okay. So Tanya said his name was Tommy. Kirsty Cook came in, and she also wants to connect with a loved one. And I know Jeremy was talking about his grandfather. I don't know if he still wants to try to reach him through the dowsing rods. But Tanya was definitely here earlier. She was kind of waiting this whole time. So Tanya Williams. So Tommy. Tanya Williams' father, Tommy, if you are out there, could you please come forward? We'd like to speak with you. Come forward and move these rods. Can you cross these rods together if you are willing to talk with us? Tanya Williams' father, Tommy. All right, folks, we might have to do this the old-fashioned way. Sean, my spirit guide. Sean, if you're there, can you please cross the rods for me? Let me know that you're there, please. Okay, thanks, Sean. Sean, can you please straighten the rods back out, please? Straighten the rods back out. Thank you. Now I have a Tanya Williams. She's looking for her father, Tommy. Is he available to talk? Can you cross the rods for yes? Leave apart for no, or push them apart, please. Is he available to communicate right now? All right. So Sean is indicating, Tanya, that your father is not available to talk right now. So he's pushing the rods apart, as you can see. Thank you, Sean. Can you please straighten the rods back out? Thank you for that. So I apologize, Tanya. You know, spirits don't work on command, so maybe we can try another time or try a little later. Jeremy, I don't know if we wanted to try. Jeremy has a grandfather. Um, was it? Was it? Crystal said, "Thanks, Sean. Real MVP." Uh, yeah. Well, my spirit guide can usually help, at least clarify things. What'd you say, Stacy?
Oh, I was looking for the name of the grandfather.
Oh, Drannon.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sean, if you could, Jeremy's looking for his grandfather, Drannon. I know sometimes it's hard to share first and last names. Sometimes you guys on social media, sometimes we get a little sketchy on that type of stuff, or a little spooked out. But sometimes, if you're willing to, full names do help. But usually the spirits are pretty good. They kind of know more than we do, obviously. So, but Jeremy's grandfather, Drannon, is he available to talk? Can you cross the rods for yes, leave apart for no? Can you bring him forward, please? Man, not a lot of spirits available to talk, guys. I'm sorry. It's like
How about Andy Shapp?
Andy, what?
Shapp.
Who's that?
That's a friend of mine who died last night.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he had cancer. He's been dying for months, but he crossed over last night about 10 Central Time.
Andy Shapp. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Sean, is there an Andy Shapp, Stacy's friend? Is he there? Can he step forward and communicate? Sean, if you're still with me, if you're still with us, can you please cross the rods and let us know that you're still here? Okay, so we still got Sean. All right, thank you for that. Straighten back out.
Shaun of the Dead.
Sure. Don't make fun of my spirit guide. He might not like that. I don't know. I'm glad I learned his name finally.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, is Andy Shapp available to speak? And cross the rods for yes. No. Okay.
It's okay. He's probably still figuring stuff out.
Okay. And I believe we had there was one other person who was a person a little bit ago. I can't see the screen. We had somebody that was also asking for a loved one. And I know Tanya said that. Sean, do you know, did Andy Shapp cross over? Has he crossed over yet? Is his spirit still around? I don't even know how to word that. Is his spirit? Will his spirit be available to communicate at some point?
His funeral hasn't happened yet, of course, but
Okay. Well, it says he will be available to talk at some point. I don't know. All right. So I guess that just means that he's going to be around.
yeah.
And I know after everyone else, she said, "Could you try my husband, Renzo Williams?" Usually 3 days after passing.
Yeah, that's what I figure.
Okay. Best bet will be after the funeral, right? Now, again, was there somebody else that we're missing? I don't want to miss anybody. So if you're watching, and if you wanted us to try to contact a loved one and we haven't got to you or skipped you, just let me know. I apologize because I can't always see the screen, so we usually have to have either Terry Lynn or Stacy or somebody kind of keep me in check. So we can try while we're waiting. We'll try Tanya again. We'll try her husband Renzo Williams. Sean, if you could find Renzo Williams, Tanya's husband, if you could find him and bring him forward, let him know that Tanya would like us to, would like to communicate with him. Can you please bring him forward? Can Renzo speak with us? Can you cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no? Okay, so Renzo is available. Okay, thank you for that. Can you straighten the rods back out? Renzo, if you're here with us, can you please cross the rods just like Sean did? Could you move these rods together and let us know that you're here with us, please? There you go. Just go ahead and move those rods together. Let us know that you're here. Okay, it's okay. You can tell the difference in energy, but he's trying. The spirit's trying. Okay, thank you so much for that. Can you straighten him back out, please? There you go. Straighten him back out. Okay. Tanya, if you'd like to know something, if you'd like to ask any questions for Renzo, Tanya, what do you want to say to him, or what would you like to know? Renzo, do you have a message for your wife? Okay, thank you for that. I'm glad you remember. And you can straighten the rods back out. Okay, so Renzo has a message. Okay, now, Renzo, is it a message of love? Can you cross the rods for yes? Or leave a part for no? Okay. Renzo, is the message an apology message? Can you cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for okay. So there you go. Okay, and can you please straighten the rods back out, please? So what typically an apology message means is that they're sorry for something. Now it doesn't mean that you guys were fighting. I don't know the circumstances, but he's sorry for something. Whether it could be the guilt of his death, like leaving you behind, maybe, or maybe he is apologizing for something in the past. I mean, I just want to know that, or I just wanted you to know, or he wants you to know that that's the message that he wants to convey to you is an apology type of message. So I'm sure you may know what he's talking about, maybe. Liz Brewer popped in from London. Hey, how you doing? Okay, I've been told if you ask your spirit to reveal themselves in full knowledge and conversation daily, they will eventually come to.
Tanya, I want to ask you, did Renzo really like whiskey?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if Tanya's emotional right now and having a hard time typing. I don't know, because sometimes this can be emotional if you get things. All right, she said no.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the rods are crossing for something. He's either trying to get our attention. He said yes. Tanya, I don't know what he's saying yes to. Tanya, do you know what he means with like an apology type of message? Any of my spirit family? But Tanya said no. But yeah, Renzo, I definitely want to thank you for coming forward and talking. Said it could be a few things. Okay, yeah, I mean, you don't have to share, as long as you know what it probably is. But that's the type of message he definitely wants to pass on to you. I'm sure he knows, like, if you guys loved each other, and that's why, like, spirits try to prioritize. Like they're not going to say, "Hey, I want to say I love you," if you guys already knew that, but his priority right now is like an apology type of message. So that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting from the rods.
Can we ask him if he wants a shot of whiskey? Renzo?
Are you asking Tanya?
No, I'm asking you. You can ask him with the rods whether he wants a shot of whiskey.
Says it's 2:52 here right now. He was talking to another girl behind my back right before he passed, and it was very devastating. Sorry to hear that. And that could make sense why he wanted to pass on apologies to you then. So I don't know if that helps you. You know, I don't, like I told you before, folks, we just follow the rods, you know, and I try not to pry too personal, but when you get spirits that want to pass on apologies, then again, sometimes it's just that they're guilty about passing away. In this case, there was something. And Tanya, I do hope that helps. You know, that's all I can say is I hope that brings some comfort. I guess Stacy's picking up on whiskey, right? Is that what it is, Stacy?
Yeah, I want to verify if it's him. I'm getting a spirit that's actually talking and giving me images of a shot of whiskey, a shot of Jack. Is it pulling on my chair? Actually, I feel it pulling on the chair, rocking.
And Renzo, did you secretly like Jack Daniels? Maybe.
It may not be him.
Are you having any desire for any whiskey? I'm not getting any no. Okay.
No. Okay.
Okay. Is he still around me, and has he seen my dad? Okay, Renzo, Tanya wants to know, are you still hanging around her? Can you give us a yes or no? Are you still hanging around Tanya? Cross the rods for yes, leave them apart for no. Do you check in on Tanya occasionally? Like every once in a while, do you check in on her? Cross the rods for yes? Okay. All right. And straighten the rods out for no, please, or straighten them back out, please. Thank you. So Renzo said he just checks in every once in a while on you, Tanya, but he's not always around. And have you seen her dad? Have you seen her dad, Renzo? Can you cross the rods for yes, apart for no? All right. So I guess he hasn't seen your dad. I know Terry Lynn's wanting me to try to contact my grandpa. But, you know how I feel about that, honey. I'm trying to let him focus on my grandma. Is Dad there or Max? Okay, so we'll help Liz out here in a second. No, we're not in daylight. It's actually 9:55 here at night. Or my sister's. Okay, so is he okay with how my life is right now? Tanya wants to know, Renzo, are you happy with the direction that Tanya's life is in right now? Are you happy with that? Can you cross the rods for yes or leave apart for no? Okay, so the rods have crossed. So he's saying yes, he's happy with whatever direction that you're going, if that helps. So straighten the rods back out. Now, again, his idea of your life and your idea of your life could be different things. I don't know. So he agrees with that. Okay, so Renzo, I'm going to end the session, Tanya, for a second. The energy's pulsing through me right now. I've got to take a break myself. But Renzo, thank you so much for communicating with us. And Tanya did receive your apology message, and thank you so much for coming forward and communicate. Thank you. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you so much. I'm going to end this session right now, and please, Renzo, you can now go back where you were. Thank you. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Oh man, it's just the energies, because even though you're there, it's like, whew. And my feet even were getting a little warm on that too. Terry Lynn's feet gets really hot when she's does hers. Mine are more of like arm pulse, like through the circle, of the flow up here with your arms and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Liz, we'll get to you here next, and we'll also Crystal, whoever else wants to do this. Like I said, we'll try to. My grandpa liked whiskey. My grandpa liked beer mostly. He was a beer guy mostly. A little PBR.
Yeah, well, I was feeling it on my chair. I felt like, how like when a cat jumps on your back of your chair and you feel it tug. I had to look to make sure there wasn't a cat back there. I was getting the tug, and the visions and the chills and all the stuff you usually get, the pins and needles. And the shot of whiskey was, really prominent. I could even smell it. So,
yes, Tanya, you're very welcome. And I hope that those things helped. And I said my dad liked whiskey. So, it's very possible, Tanya, that your father may have been trying to communicate through Stacy. You got to remember all these things, guys, these communication devices, these are all ways that spirits can try to communicate. Okay. So yes, honey, I know. You said my grandpa liked whiskey. Okay, I got it. But anyways, I'm just trying to say, folks, that spirits don't always prefer certain things, or maybe they don't know how to do certain things. But who knows? Maybe something with Stacy on that one. Who knows? But we'll go out there. We may try. I may try to get to my own grandfather because Terry Lynn's badgering me and wants to put me on public display here. So I'll try to see. Maybe we can. But right now, we'll try to get to you guys first. Liz. All right, give me a second here. We'll do that. Also, we'll try to also have that. We'll have the REM pod on just in case. Just in case they want to communicate. Oh, there. Okay. Okay. Liz Brewer. The most important thing would be a name. If you have a name, first names are okay. Full names are better. The more specific, the better. If not, like I said, if you at least have a name and a relationship, we can try to, see if we can get Sean. Sean, are you there? Can you cross the rods for yes or leave apart for okay? Thank you, Sean. Can you straighten the rods back out? All right, thank you. All right, so we got Sean here. All right, her dad's name was Ronald George Brewer. Okay, so Liz Brewer is looking for her dad, Ronald George Brewer. Sean, is Ronald Brewer? Is he available to communicate? Can he come forward and communicate? Cross the rods for yes. Leave apart for no. Okay. What about Max Abbott, her uncle? Is Max Abbott, can you locate Max Abbott? Is he available to communicate? Can you cross the rods for yes? Leave apart for no? Terry Lynn, I love you. I know you're trying to get me to talk to my grandfather. Okay. All right. Again, Ronald Brewer. Can he speak? Can you cross the rods for yes? Or Max Abbott, Liz Brewer's uncle. Can he come forward and communicate? Can we cross the rods for yes? Okay, now let's try her sisters. How about Emma? I'm assuming Emma Brewer, maybe. Can Emma come forward and communicate? How about Belinda? Liz Brewer's sisters. How about Belinda? Can we get Belinda forward to communicate? No. All right, let's take a shot at the dark. One more chance here. Come on. All right, Sean, I need you to go big on this, please. Try to see if you can locate Liz Brewer's mom, Barbara. Her mom. Can you get Barbara? Is Barbara available to communicate? Can you please cross the rods for yes? Okay, I think we're getting a yes. All right, so your mom may be available to communicate. All right, thank you. Can you straighten the rods back out, please? All right, and Barbara, if you're here now with us, could you please move those rods together like Sean just did? Can you please move the rods together in the shape of an X? And can you do that for us, please? Can you please cross the rods, please? Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you. Can you please straighten the rods back out, Barbara? Straighten them back out, please. All the way. There you go. Straighten them back out. Okay. Liz, I just got to ask, did your mother kind of have a little bit of like some curl in her hair and smile a lot? I'm just asking, Liz. Did Barbara did you have a little bit of curl in your hair?
Yeah.
Huh?
She said yes.
Oh, Liz did. Okay. All right. Well. Okay. Well, Barbara just said yes. Okay. Thank you for that. Okay. And did she smile a lot as well? Okay. I'm kind of getting thank you, Barbara. I guess Barbara says that she did used to smile a lot. So I just sometimes when I'm communicating with spirits, guys, sometimes I'll get an image, and it's like I'm being shown an image, and I kind of seen a woman with somewhat curly hair smiling a lot. So that's why I just ask. Again, okay. So I'll ask Barbara. Barbara, do you have a message for your daughter Liz? Do you have a message for her? Can you cross the rods for yes? Is there something you want to tell her? Okay, thank you for that. And can you please straighten the rods back out, please? Thank you. Okay. Is it a message of love? Do you want to pass on a message of love to Liz? Okay. So, yes, it's a message of love. Okay. Can you please straighten out the rods, please? Okay. So, Liz, your mother, Barbara, said that she wanted to pass on a message of love. So, again, that could mean like, I love you, I miss you, those type of things. It's not so much like a specific thing as just an overall message of love, a positive message. Liz wants to know, does she like my creative work? Barbara, do you like Liz's creative work? Can you cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no? All right. So
She
again,
also connects with Christian Dior. She's a fashion designer. I don't understand connect with Christian Dior. Is that like a
okay. So now, Liz, even though Barbara has said or chose to respond in a no fashion about your creative work, don't be discouraged. It's very broad. Like that question is very broad. So sometimes spirits have a hard time giving their opinion on such a broad category. Um, Barbara, can you cross the rods for yes, leave apart for no? Can you let us know? Um, do you enjoy some different things that Liz has created in her fashion designs? Do you enjoy some of the? Okay, so that's a very good yes. So she does like some of the things that you do. So that's why she didn't. It's not so much that it was a no when you asked about does she like her creative work, but you got to be a little more sometimes specific. So yes, she does like some of the creative work you do. Okay, so thank you. So straighten the rods out. All right. So okay, she was proud of me. I know. Okay, good. So okay. Are you or any relatives, are you looking over Liz? Can you cross the rods for yes, leave apart for no? Okay. Does she have guardian angels looking over her? Okay, yes. Okay. All right, straighten the rods back out, please. Thank you. All right, thank you for that. She taught me embroidery. I've done a lot. Liz, did you have any other questions for Barbara as we get ready to end the session? Barbara, again, I want to say thank you so much for coming forward and talking with us. Have you seen Have you seen her sisters? Have you seen your husband in the afterlife? I don't know if that's a I don't know if that's the right question, Stacy. I don't know. I didn't know. Mom, did you suffer before you left? I'm so sorry. I didn't see you much. So Liz wants to know, Barbara, did you suffer before you passed away? Before you passed away, and that she did say that she's sorry that she didn't see you much. But did you suffer before you passed away? Can you cross the rods for yes? Leave apart for no? Was there physical pain? Can you cross the rods for yes? Okay, so suffering can sometimes be a subjective word. So thank you for that. So there was pain. Do you forgive Liz for not being there as much? Can you cross the rods for yes? Okay. Well, see, there's no hard feelings. As adults, we all get busy and we're not always around our um, parents and stuff as much as we want to be. So, okay. All right. Well, Barbara, I want to say thank you so much for communicating with us. Again, thank you for coming forward. I'm going to end the communication. Barbara, please go back where you were. And thank you so much for communicating. Ooh, wow. Oh, I'll tell you what, you know, seemed like a really gentle energy I was picking up from her. Um, Again, sometimes it's weird when you do the rods, you get different energies. You can almost sense it. A lot of times you'll get images. Sometimes they don't make sense. They probably make sense to Liz or whoever, and it's hard to describe them sometimes. So sometimes I just have to generally describe them. I did get a lady image with a little bit of curly hair and a smile, just really smiling. So that's what I got. And then I got a sense of gentle, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, Liz, but a sense of gentle. I don't know if she was a gentle kind of woman or that type of thing, but that's what I got through there. Whew. Okay. Just give me a second, folks. We're gonna keep rocking and rolling here. You guys have been doing great.
If you're wondering why I'm smoking a cigar, it's because I've got debt of my own going on right now. They want the cigar. They want some recognition. I'm going to do some things, when we're done. Light some candles and things of that sort. But they're really becoming, making their presence known. So.
And yes, this is still active back there. So just in case we get any spirits that want to touch that. Okay. So I know Crystal Shell, I know you were talking about you might have somebody that you may want to communicate with. If so, let me know if you're still there and you want to, if there's a specific person, let me know a name. Oh, I'm just getting myself together here, folks.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The vibes are intense.
And we got I got water down here. We got lots of energy down here. We got lots of things for spirits to use. But yeah, Crystal, if there's somebody that I thought you mentioned something about you may have somebody you wanted to try to reach. Like I said, I'm just trying to make sure I don't forget anybody. Now, again, like even in Liz's case, I mean, again, just because spirits aren't available doesn't mean you won't ever be able to communicate with them. It just means that they're just not available for whatever reason. I mean, we don't really know truly what goes on in the afterlife. So that's why I have Sean, my spirit guide, try to track them down for us. It's a lot easier. Like if I just call out to the ether and ask for a spirit, it seems like I don't quite always get that spirit's cooperation as much as if I have a spirit guide that kind of goes like, I don't know if they just have that World Wide Web, right? That whole connection highway that they're part of now. But Sean is able to usually try to find that spirit and is able to let me know if they're available to talk. He can kind of like bring them here or whatever and say, hey, so that's why I'm just letting you know, folks, don't be discouraged. If you don't get to talk to a loved one today, maybe it'll happen next time. Who knows? But yeah, Liz say that she said they're busy, and that's true. They may be doing other things. Who knows? Who knows? But I know sometimes people get maybe heartbroken or they feel bad, and like I said, don't feel bad. The spirits are there, and I'm glad that your mother got to come through, Liz. I really am. I hope that was your mother, and it seemed like you guys you knew what was going on in the conversation. So hopefully that helps. Like whatever, maybe some things you might have been thinking about, some questions in your head. Hopefully that helped you. So I'm glad. All right, Crystal says her name was Kate. She was a friend I played video games with a lot. I don't know her full name, sadly, and she may not be open for communication, which is fine. I just want to know if she's there. Okay. Let me ask you this, Crystal. Would she know you as like Crystal, like Crystal Shell or something? I mean, is that how she would know you? Sean, if you're here, please, can you please cross the rods? Let us know that you're here for this session. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Sean is my reliable spirit guide. Straighten the rods out, please. Thank you. He is. I really enjoy Sean as a spirit guide. He's been so reliable. Yeah, that's how she'd know me, I hope. Okay. Sean, is there a way you can find Crystal Shell's friend here in the chat? You know who she really is. Can you find her friend Kate that had passed away. They used to play video games together. Can you find her for us? And if you find her, can she come forward and talk? Can you cross the rods and let us know if she's available to speak or not? Can you cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no. Sean, were you able to locate Kate? Like, were you able to find her spirit? Can you please cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no. Yeah, I'm sorry, Crystal Shell. It doesn't seem like Sean is able to find that spirit by, maybe there's just not enough information. I don't know. Well, for whatever reason, he can't seem to find Kate. Okay, let's try this. Sean, I'm going to ask for Kate directly. Kate, if you're out there somewhere, could you please come forward here? This is Kate. I know there's a lot of Kates out there. Kate that used to play video games with Crystal Shell. Could you please come forward? And could you please come forward and cross the rods and let us know you're here? Cross these rods in my hand. Okay, well, I just took a shot in the dark. I thought I'd just call out just to see, All right. I figured thanks, Sean, for looking. Yeah, that's how she'd know me, I'd hope. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's all we can do is try, That's all we can do. Okay, so Sean, my grandfather, his name is Walter Morris. Sean, can you let me know, is Walter Morris available to communicate? Can you please cross the rods for yes? I'll leave a part for no.
Ask about Terry Lynn's spirit guide.
Sean, one more time. Is my grandfather available to communicate with me? Can you please find out? Sean, have you located my grandfather's spirit? Can you cross the rods for yes? Okay, so you have located him. You please straighten the rods back out, please. Thank you. And is he available to communicate right now? Can you please cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no. All right. So he's not available to talk right now, but he has found the spirit. So, Lindy, Night Owl Paranormal, hi, how you doing? Just sitting here watching, love seeing someone use the rods. Yeah, it's fun in that sense. Of course, when you're asking for your grandfather, I don't know, but yes, thank you so much for popping in there. Oh, and Stacy wanted to know about. He knows you don't want right now. Even I can feel it. Well, I mean, I was willing if he wanted to talk right now, but okay. So Stacy wanted to know about Terry Lynn's spirit guide. I love using them in a paranormal setting. Oh yeah, absolutely. I use the rods quite a bit, and if you gotta get the dimension portal from Southern Afterlife. Okay, so what do you want to know, Stacy? You want to know, does she have a spirit guide, or you want to know?
No, I know she's got a spirit guide.
Right.
It's Native American, and I've been getting stereotypical imagery of Native American squaw basically the same outfit as Christina Ricci in the Addams Family, with the feather that sticks out the top and the outfit there. And I think it's symbolic of Native American. It's not what she actually looks like, but I'm trying to figure out where this is coming from. And Terry Lynn, I know, has a Native American spirit guide, and wanted to know
Right.
she's actually coming forth.
Okay, so this is for Terry Lynn's spirit guide. Can you come forward and communicate with us? Can you please cross the rods for yes? Again, this is for Terry Lynn's spirit guide. Can you please come forward and communicate with us? Can you please cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no.
Okay. Verifies.
Sean, are you still here? Can you please cross the rods for us? Let us know that you're still around. Okay, thank you so much. Can you please straighten the rods back out? Okay, Sean, can you confirm is Terry Lynn's spirit guide is her spirit guide a male? Can you cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no. Okay. Is her spirit guide a female? Can you please cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no. Okay, so he is saying that Terry Lynn's spirit guide is a female. Can you please straighten the rods back out? Is Terry Lynn's spirit guide Native American? Okay, can you cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no. Okay, so we have a yes. Okay, can you please straighten the rods back out? Okay, and okay, is her spirit guide is her spirit guide part of the Choctawachi tribe? Can you cross the spirit the rods for yes? Leave a part for no. Okay. I just said that because I know, like in her area where she was living, she talked about a male Indian spirit when she was growing up. And
I'm trying to determine this whiskey. Is this her spirit guide want this whiskey? Firewater.
Sean, let me ask you: so Stacy's got a spirit communicating whiskey. Is this spirit willing to talk with us right now? Can this spirit come forward? Can you cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no. Ooh, yeah. So this spirit wants to communicate. Whatever. Okay. Thank you for that. Please straighten the rods back out. Is this spirit with the whiskey? Is this someone that we? Oh man, what do we say? Is this a male? Let's start there. Is this a male? Can you cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no. Okay, straight. Okay, thank you for that. So this is a male, and straighten the rods back out, please. Okay, are you related to somebody here? Are you related to Stacy? Can you cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no. Are you related to me? Can you please cross the rods for yes? I'm not going to take that as an insult. Or are you related to Terry Lynn? Can you please cross the rods for yes? Okay. Is this someone? Is this someone from chat? Oh, chat. Is this? Are you related to? Were you related to Jeremy? Is this? Was it Dranner? What was his name? Donner? Not Donner.
Dronin.
Drannen?
Yeah.
Is this Drannen? No. Okay. Um, think. Does this have anything to do with? Are you? Man, I'm trying to figure out how we can figure this out. Are you? Because you're not related. Were you friends with any of us? Were you friends with Stacy, me, or Terry Lynn? You crossed the rods for yes. Did you know somebody that was watching this live stream? Was this somebody that we were trying to reach earlier? You crossed the rods for yes. Okay. Was Terry Lynn's spirit guide? Well, see, I don't know. This was a male now. Okay.
Native
Now,
American spirit guide.
do you like Jack Daniels? Can you cross the rods? Oh wow, that was a quick one. Okay, so thank you for that. Okay. Do you have a message for someone? Can you cross the rods for yes? He has a message for someone. He's not related or okay, can you straighten the rods back out, please? Thank you. Okay, is it a message of love? Can you cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no. Okay. Is it a message of apology? Are you apologizing for something? Okay, we have an apology message again. Okay, thank you for that. Can you please straighten the rods back out, please? Thank you. Were you killed in a drinking related accident? Can you please cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no, or push a part for no. All right, so they were not killed in a drinking related accident. I was just wondering, you know what I mean? Did you die of natural causes? Can you cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no. Well, your spirit guide, honey, is a female Native American. This is a male, so I don't know if it's. Is Terry Lynn's spirit guide trying to communicate with Stacy? Is we cross the rods for yes? Okay, I just thought I'd ask. I'm lost. I thought you were trying to see if my spirit guide. Well, we were asking about your spirit guide, but then this is a spirit that was talking to Stacy or showing Stacy imagery and things, so it was trying to communicate. So this is a male with an apology message for someone. Were you murdered? Can you cross the rods for yes? Okay, whoa, yes, that was a big yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay, can you straighten the rods back out, please? Okay. Were you murdered in Louisiana? Can you please cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no. Okay, so this is a local spirit, Stacy.
Okay.
For you.
For me.
So I guess you being open. Okay, thank you for that. Straighten the rods back out. So they were murdered and they have an apology message.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Were you doing something you shouldn't have done when you were murdered? Can you cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for okay. Okay, they said yes. Okay, straighten the rods back out, please. Were you murdered by your spouse? Can you cross the rods for yes?
Wait.
Okay. Okay, this is starting to maybe make sense. Straighten the rods back out, please. Okay, were you having an affair on your wife? Is that what you were doing wrong when you were murdered by her? Can you please cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for okay.
Yeah, no, it's not him.
Okay, so could you please straighten the rods back out, please? Okay.
Yeah.
So this spirit is trying to pass on a message of apology. I'm assuming to his wife, whoever murdered him when he was cheating on her. I mean, that's pretty much the story we got.
Well, I don't know anybody like that. My wife just reminded me of a friend's son was murdered a few months back. Sean Cox, and he was working construction at the time. It was like a random act of violence. It wasn't a passion thing.
Okay. Did you have anything else that you wanted to let us know about? Can you please cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no. Okay, and let me ask you: is this just something you wanted to let us know about? Is this something that you just had to tell someone about? Can you please cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no. Okay, so
Is the
really
wife
just
in jail? Did she get away with it?
was your wife arrested? After she murdered you, was she arrested? Can you please cross the rods for yes? Sorry, I'm not trying to laugh at your situation, sir.
She got away with it.
Okay. Is your wife still alive? Can you please cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no. Oh yeah, she's still alive. So someone out there, there's a. All right, can you straighten the rods back out? All right. Thank you. Okay, let me ask you this. Let's dive a little deeper. Okay. Did she murder the woman that you were having an affair with as well, or the person that you were having an affair with? I don't want to assume it was a woman. Did she murder the other person too? Can you cross the rods for yes? Okay. All right. Can you straighten the rods back out, please? Thank you. Has your bodies been found? Can you cross the rods for yes? Push apart for no. Oh wow, he's pushing. He's pushing the part for rods for definitely no. His bodies have not been found. So this is an unsolved murder. This spirit was committing adultery. Okay, you can straighten the rods back out. Okay, straighten the rods back out, please. Wow, there's a lot of energy right there on that one. Okay, you can push the rods back. Recenter the rods, please. Thank you, please. Thank you so much. Holy moly.
There's a lot of people in the swamps.
Did she put your bodies did she bury you out in the swamps? Was your bodies in a swamp somewhere? Can you please cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no. Did she bury the bodies? You leave or just cross the rods for yes? Are they underneath a house somewhere? Can you cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no. Are they just out in the woods somewhere? Were they out in the woods somewhere? Can you cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no? Oh, okay. So she murdered you guys, just left you all in the woods. All right. You straighten the rods back out, please. Huh?
Which is just as bad as the swamps, all the critters.
Right. All right, and let's just see if we can narrow down this time frame. Did this happen in the 2000s? In the year of the 2000s? And you cross the rods for yes? Okay, so this did happen in the 2000s. Okay, thank you. You straighten the rods back out. Thank you for that. How about, did it happen from 2000 to 2010 in that time frame? Did it happen then? No. How about 2010 to or 2011 to 2020? Did it happen in that decade? Did it happen in 2021? Do you remember that year? Can you cross the rods? Did it happen in that year, 2021? Okay.
So this is recent.
All right. So can you straighten the rods back out, please? All right. And were you in your 20s? Can you cross the rods for yes? Were you in your 30s when you were murdered? Can you cross the rods for yes? Okay. Were you in your 40s? Can you cross the rods for yes? Okay. Ooh. Thank you for that. You straighten the rods back out, please. All right. Wow. So they were in their 40s, and in 2021, they were having an affair. They got caught, murdered, and left in the woods. And the woman was not arrested and is still alive. And in Louisiana. Does your wife, the one that murdered you, does she still reside in Louisiana? Can you please cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no? Okay. No. Does she live in a nearby state? Can you cross the rods for yes? Did she stay in the country? Can you cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no? Okay, so she stayed in the United States. Okay, can you straighten the rods back out? Did she flee? Did she go out west? Can you cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no? Okay. She went out west. Now, Stacy, are you picking up on anything at all?
Yeah, all the stuff that I'm picking up on are related to the spirits themselves, not the the woman. Which, if we could help find the bodies, though, are his bodies within 10 miles from where I'm at?
Okay, so where Stacy lives, are your bodies located within a 10-mile radius or nearby of him? Do you know? Can you cross the rods for yes? Okay, let's do this. Are your bodies along the Gulf Coast of Louisiana? Can you cross the rods for yes? Leave a part for no? Okay. Are your bodies located the southern region, but not along the Gulf Coast? Okay. How about the middle of Louisiana? Are you roughly in the middle of the state? Your bodies? Can you cross the rods for yes? I feel like we're getting close. What about northern Louisiana? Are your bodies in northern Louisiana? Can you cross the rods for yes? Okay, how about the western side of the state? Northwestern? Is your body's like northwestern Louisiana? No, I think I'm getting further away. Okay, let's go northeast. Northeast Louisiana. Are your bodies located Northeast Louisiana area?
Oh,
Okay.
there we go.
All
Is
right.
it
Northeast Louisiana area. Okay. Thank you for that.
looking at Slidell, Bogalusa?
Around Slidell, you straighten the rods, or can you cross the rods? If are your bodies maybe near Slidell? What else, Stacy?
Bogalusa?
Bogalusa. Are your bodies near Bogalusa in that area?
Monroe?
How about Monroe? Your bodies the Monroe area of Louisiana. Can you cross the rods for yes?
Clinton?
Quinton. How about Quinton?
As in Hillary?
Oh, Clinton.
Yes.
I thought they said Quinton. Clinton. Clinton, Louisiana. Is that area? Are we getting close? Are we getting close? Is it kind of getting to that direction, maybe? Okay. They said yes.
Yeah. Is Jenna and Clinton and in that area is right at the crotch of Louisiana, that L-shaped crotch.
Okay. All right. Are your remains recoverable? Have they are they recoverable or are they completely destroyed? So in other words, can your remains be found? Cross the rods for yes.
I see you.
I see you. Okay. Were your remains destroyed by wildlife? And you cross the rods for yes. Leave apart for no.
Yeah.
Okay. And you straighten the rods back out. I know it's probably hard to talk about your body and things, but thank you so much for coming forward. I'm gonna probably go ahead and end this session, and I want to say thank you so much for coming forward. And I don't even know what to say about that, but other than just thank you for at least sharing your story with us. And I'm glad to see that you did have an apology message to your wife, as of course I think you should. So again, thank you so much for your story. Thank you, and please go back where you were. Thank you so much.
Peace and light be with you, Spirit.
Oh yes. Ooh, that was a lot on that one. I did not expect that.
Yeah,
that was a whole turn out of left field. Like I had no clue. Like I didn't know where that was going to take us. You know what I mean?
Well, it was getting really, obnoxious as far as trying to get my attention, and I couldn't tell whether it was on my end or your end. The stuff was going on, and the imagery that it was giving with the Native American, the squaw. I mean, they even gave me Christy Ricci as an image, and I knew that Terry Lynn's spirit guide was Native American. I'm like, what is this communication going on? So,
well, is it possible that there was maybe two spirits trying to communicate, or do you think that is there Native American land in that part of Louisiana? Maybe
that could be. I mean, the Choctaw are mostly Louisiana, all through that whole region. The Clinton area is where they did the filming of True Blood on HBO, and
right.
Bon Temps is they renamed for the TV show, but that's Clinton, Louisiana. And that's all Choctaw land. So it's very possible.
Yeah, I mean, and I think today's sessions were really good. I'm gonna turn that off for now. Save some battery. I really enjoyed today's sessions. I mean, we did get to speak to some relatives, um, of some people in chat. So I'm really glad for them. I hope that each person got some kind of either closure or some type of answer. Sometimes you don't, but um, I just always hope that people get something out of it, at least. You know what I mean? Whether it's something positive. And of course, then we came across a mystery sort of murder.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy, that the spirit obviously was like, "Hey, I got something to say," and was bugging you. And we were able to bring him forward and find out through just again, and that's sometimes what it takes. So, like some of you that are watching, if you're thinking about getting into paranormal and stuff, again, I've been doing this a long time. Stacey's been doing a long time, but sometimes it's just like that. You may come across spirits and you think like you might go to like, for example, you might go to, let's just say you go to a location where it's said that Elvis haunts the building, right? So you're like, oh, I'm gonna go talk to the spirit of Elvis Presley. Maybe you even got Graceland. Let's just say Graceland, right? Maybe you got to do something amazing and you're like, you snuck off to the bathroom in Graceland and you're doing like a Dowsing Rods session or something, right? I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there. Just because you might think you're talking to Elvis Presley, it could be another spirit. So you always have to try to find out, the best you can to sort of find out. Like I said, don't always have that expectation that you're going to talk to, like I said, if you go to Graceland, don't expect to talk to Elvis. Again, it could just be some other spirit because you are lighting that beacon in sort of like a lighthouse, right? Spirits are going to come to you, especially when you have a Dowsing Rod session going on. So they're like, "Hey, I got something to say. I got something to say." So in any case, Stacey, did you want to add anything to that?
No, I mean that's absolutely correct. I mean, sometimes you'll get a spirit that is, really wanting to get something through, and they can butt in line. Even you'll be talking to one spirit, and all of a sudden, it shifts, and another spirit jumps right in. The amount of intensity or the amount of energy that a spirit may have, uh, can kind of really dictate who's in line to do the talking.
Right,
and a lot of effort on their part.
And I think we've had that happen at times, in the past. Usually when I'm trying to do a session, like I usually try to focus my energy on keeping that connection with the one I'm talking with. You know what I mean? I try to keep that, connection to where things don't interrupt it. And usually it's pretty successful. I don't have too many interruptions, but it has happened, like you said. Sometimes spirits are like, "Hey," they don't like to do the take a number thing very well. So
yeah.
But yes, I think it was very interesting. It was definitely an interesting session. Again, I did not expect to, and I feel bad sometimes. When you do talk to spirits, I know like I had. If you look at my Indian Cave Resort video, I did that. I did a investigation with John from Exploration Unknown, and during that Dowsing Rod session, we ended up coming across a spirit that was like a female, and I guess it seemed like she might have been murdered from like one of the soldiers. Like he may have done some bad thing to her, and then killed her. And you feel bad because this was like in the 1800s. I think we narrowed that one down. You feel bad for these spirits, and sometimes there's just no way that's ever going to come to any kind of justice or fruition. So you feel bad. Like this spirit here, we even confirmed with him that really his remains are gone. They're not really going to be recoverable. Yeah. She got away with it. There may come a time when, maybe the case will get opened back up, or who knows, maybe there's a police officer out there somewhere that might stumble across this video and say, hey, this matches an exact case that I have in this exact area, and I didn't know where she took off to. Now maybe he knows that she went out west. I don't know. Who knows? And that could lead. You just never know. So
the tobacco helps too. Smoking the cigar helps spirits actually. It gives them juice in order to communicate and maintain that connection. Which is that's why I was doing the cigar. I don't usually smoke cigars, but the dead were really intense on that aspect. So
it's like all right, guys, I'm gonna fire up this joint. I don't normally smoke weed, but guess what? It helps for this situation. So just let you know, I don't normally do that.
I'm just kidding. No, I don't do that at all. It's fun. Even at the Native American cave, you brought some tobacco too. So I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah, I wanted to definitely bring an offering for them. Lindy, we are in Tennessee. Terry, my wife and I, and our whole deal. We're in the northeast side, so like the Bristol, Tennessee area. So, yes, so upper middle Tennessee. So it's good to see other people in Tennessee out there. Yeah, maybe one of these days we'll be able to meet somewhere. I always like to branch out and meet people, and it's fun. I've got to go out and do a few collabs with different people, and always enjoy that. Like I said, we've done a lot over the years, and but yes, tonight I really had a lot of fun with the again, guys. To come back to this again, this is the Dimension Portal from Southern Afterlife, and not a joint, Josh. Jeez, I know. It was a joke, but anyways, this is again, if you are into ITC communication devices, look up. We have the link down below for the southernafterlife.com. We have the exact link for the portal. But Josh also, again, you saw he makes this great REM pod. If you can't afford the $300 one you see on TV, this works the same, folks, pretty much. And it's great. It's affordable. Again, and you saw it works really, really well. And out in the field, I can't wait to – I haven't been able to use it out in the field, but I've used it around the house. And, again, you guys saw we did it on this video. So it works great. Perfect. I love the proximity on it. It's perfect. So – again, guys, if you want some cool products, and he's got some other things that he's working on. And what I like about some of Josh's products is that for paranormal investigators, sometimes they'll get something like this. Yes, honey. So they'll get like an ITC box, but they won't get the temperature sensor, or they won't get the EMF pump. These are extra little features that are really nice to have along with your ITC. Or you may get something like I have another one over here, but it may not have a few crystals and copper wiring, things to really enhance that spiritual communication. These are all little touches that Josh does with the quality, along with the hard shell case. It's got the TEPs on there, the Everything Paranormal Show, the foam, everything. So nice. So, and also, as Terry Lynn is, making sure to point out,
what's MSRP?
Huh?
What's MSRP? Price.
Oh, for the portal.
Yeah.
It is. I believe he's offering it for $450.
Oh.
I want to say now he has an Echo box that's made from a Honeywell. It's like a honeytone one. It's called Echo Box. It's like $300. But if you're gonna spend $300, I would say you should probably do the extra $150 to do the temperature sensor and the EMF pump, and really just get the deluxe model. Now, they're gonna come in black mostly. That's the default color. I don't know if he even has color options, but because he's our friend, and my wife was like, begged him, and not really begged him, but she just kind of like, please, can you make me white? So he did that custom for us. And yes, Terry Lynn said Josh is going to be streaming again later tonight with a scary game. Don't want to miss out, or you don't want to miss it. So yes, here shortly, I'm going to take a small break, and then I'm going to come back, and I'll be doing a live scary video game. I'll be playing some scary video game tonight. Yay. And you guys can laugh at me. And that you have to be careful. There's a little more foul language because I don't like to be scared. So I will usually say some things. Okay. Just giving you a warning. Okay. It's not going to be like this show. Some words are going to be coming out my mouth. That's all I'm saying. But yes, it was great. It was great talking with all of you folks tonight. I see you popping in there again. Lindy from Night Owl Paranormal, like Cindy Shell or Crystal Shell, sorry. Tanya, Liz, Jeremy earlier, all you guys that came in for the show. Really appreciate you guys. So glad you could make it tonight. And remember, we typically will have a show every Thursday. We do this quite often. If you missed the beginning, go back. You're going to love it. We've got field investigations. And don't forget, I've got a show on Pair Explorers. So if you guys are on Paraflix called Pair Explorers, real quick, let me see if I can show you guys. So here you go. Check this out. Here's the trailer to episode 1. See what you think about this.
Your team has been chosen. You must complete all of the tasks. I do not tolerate failure.
So there you go. So I hope you guys enjoy that. If you like that kind of stuff, you can find it on Paraflix. Paraflix does nothing but streaming or scary stuff. And I have a show on there called Pair Explorers. Again, you saw that's episode 1. We have episode 2 out, and I've got episodes 3 and 4 filmed. They're not released yet. And Lindy, thank you. Lindy said nice, and Liz said wow. But yeah, if you guys like that, go check it out. Paraflix is like $3 or $4 a month, super cheap, and they got nothing but paranormal stuff on there. Original shows like mine,
like a Netflix for the paranormal,
right? So, and then also too, if you guys are into remote viewing and things like that, Stacy's got a ton of courses on Udemy. I've got the link down below for his courses. They're very good. So if you want to get into the remote viewing and there's even some survival type stuff as far as like what post-apocalyptic, like prep stuff, right?
Yeah.
So he's got a lot of great videos, and he's always got really good deals going on half the time. I love it. So definitely go check that out. Liz says I've got Netflix. Well, now you need Paraflix. So especially if you like things like that. But I'll check that out as I'm working on reopening myself after years of being shut down. Yeah, and that's the thing is like if you get away from things, Dowsing Rods definitely are something that's going to help connect you back, because the more I've used Dowsing Rods over the last few years, the more you almost don't need them sometimes. Like you will get the answers and you'll start getting that intuition built back up in you again. You'll receive imagery like I did earlier, things like that. And you almost don't need them. I really use them a lot. Well, because I really enjoy the physicality of them, but also so you guys can see the things. Because I can just sit here and be like, yes, no. But again, you know what I mean? And
the custom spirit boards too. You can start
Right.
using them.
Right, Terry Lynn, and this is what I was getting to. Like I said, we got a list of things that we do, guys. So bear with me. You guys like things. We've got all kinds of stuff. So Terry Lynn, which is my wife, she's been in the comments all night. She's my other half, and we have a ton. And I don't have one. I don't keep one around in my thing, but we have a ton of spirit boards that she custom makes for you guys out there. So if you like pendulums and you like dowsing rods and you like spirit boards, trust me, we've got custom ones. My wife makes some gorgeous boards. And if you're not sure and you want to see more, we've shown them off in previous live streams as well. So you're definitely going to have to check those out. She makes, again, custom resin Ouija boards. They're gorgeous. I can't speak enough about them. So again, we'll probably do another show will feature even more of those as well. We're working on some more. So as soon as we get a few more done, we'll do like a parade of them and we'll show them off to you guys for sure. I think that might do it. Paranormal Underground magazine. I didn't really cover them, but if you guys like magazines, check out Paranormal Underground magazine. They're always sponsors of my show. I don't even know if I had them. I don't think I even had them up on my thing today.
No.
Oh, there we go. See, this whole time. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe, click like, please. All right, guys. Remember, we do this about every Thursday night, and we'll see you later. I will be doing that live stream here in a little bit. So if you're really bored and you want to stay up and you want to watch some scary games or watch me play them live, we'll see you in a little bit. All right, and we'll see you in the next video. If not, remember, seek the truth.
Peace.